So in the sixth question, there are two sub questions and they have given a matrix. Then we have to prove that A dash A is equal to I. So our A matrix is this matrix. So first of all, will be doing the left hand side, A dash A, right? So what is A dash? It's the transpose matrix, right? So for transpose, what you have to do, we have to change the rows into the columns, right? So the first row becomes the first column and second row becomes the second column, right? So this is our A dash, the transpose matrix. So now we have to find out A dash A, right? So we have to multiply the A dash matrix which we found out now with the A matrix already given in the question, right? So let's do it. So first row with first column, right, for the first element. So cos times cos would be cos squared, plus minus sign times minus sign would be minus would be plus, and sine times sine would be sine squared. Next, first row with the second column, cos times sine would be cos sine, then minus sine times cos would be minus cos and sine, right? Then we'll be doing the second row with each columns. So sine times cos would be sine cos, and cos times minus sine would be minus sine cos, right? Then last element, second row with second column, sine times sine would be sine squared, and cos times cos would be cos squared. So if you check, these two elements are same but they are plus and minus, so they would cancel each other out. Here also the same things happen. Then we have to use another property here, sine squared alpha plus cos squared alpha is equal to 1. This is an identity which we have to use always, right? So this is a common identity. So this identity we can use here, right? Sine squared plus cos squared. So if you check, the first one would be cos squared plus sine squared 1. This is 0. This is also 0, and this is also the same identity 1. And if you check, this is an identity matrix of the order 2, right? So we have just proved A dash A is equal to I here. So we have the second part of the question here. So I have already found out the A dash, the transpose, just the first row becomes the first column and second row becomes the second column, right? Now we have to do the multiplication here, A dash A for the left hand side of the question. So sine times sine, first row with first column, sine squared, right? Minus cos times minus cos will be plus cos squared, right? Now doing the second column with the first row with the second column, sine times cos, so sine cos, right? Next, this one, minus cos times positive sine, it would be minus sine cos. Then next we have to do the second row with each columns. Cos times sine would be cos sine, and sine times minus cos would be minus cos sine. Next, second one with second one, cos times cos, cos squared, then sine times sine would be sine squared. So again we have to use the same property, cos squared plus sin squared is equal to 1. So first one, this property, so it would be 1. These two will cancel each other out, so 0. These two also will cancel each other out, 0. And finally this also would be 1. So this is the identity matrix, and thus we have verified this part of the question.